Hey viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist and welcome back to Anomalous Railroad Crossing. We're just going to throw ourselves straight in for this second episode of this really quite interesting little anomaly horror game. Kind of enjoying this one. I know obviously graphically, as I've said repeatedly, I think in the last episode I may have said it as well in the Shibuya game as well, but even though graphically it looks like a Unity game that was made in sort of the Slenderman Shadow 2011-2012 era, I don't know, it has a charm to it. I'm really enjoying it and all that. So I'm thinking, come on, we've got to see if we can beat it, ladies and gentlemen, or at the very least, try and expose some more anomalies and all that. So Peanut Kuma, of course, we know for a fact returned in this one, and he's had a bit of an upgrade. He now has creepy eyes and creepy hook hands with which he can murder Bob and murder me as well. And sometimes he likes to inflate himself to giant size, kind of like he usually does and all that. Alright, this is the run with no anomaly because of course I'm having to restart the game. So yeah, I'm recording this a couple of days after I recorded the last one. Obviously, as of when I record this, the first episode of this has not yet gone out, but it won't be too long. In fact, as of when I record this, the second episode of Soul Station has technically not yet been released on the channel. But that'll be coming out actually tomorrow, as I'm going to record this. So we'll be in full swing in our anomaly hunting games and all that. Like I say, I've just been really enjoying this run of anomaly hunting games. After I've done this one, I think I will do the Anomalous Hour, which is the Indonesian one, I think I mentioned, that's set in a train station. So you've got that to look forward to, folks. Alright, pick that up, get my old IC card, lovely. Bob. Just ignore me, I am heading straight back to go and begin the loop. Now, the one anomaly that I am hoping we don't see a repeat of in this one is the one where it floods and there's sharks. Because that shark one was actually kind of a tricky one. It was hard to avoid those sharks, basically. So, one wants to be a little careful, ladies and gentlemen. Right, no anomaly there, because obviously that was the safe one, enter to 0. Here we go, 12 loops to get through. Right, check behind us straight away. Looks normal as ever. Oh, is there no VSync? There does seem to be a bit of vertical tearing, I've just noticed. Do we not have VSync in this game? Oh. No VSync. Well, that's unfortunate, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Jesus, what's going on? Why can I not suddenly... What? Did the game just crash? Did the game just crash on me? Oh, son of a bitch, the game just crashed on me. Why did it do that? God dang it. Oh, never mind. No, it didn't. For some reason, it just momentarily locked up, and I don't know why. Yeah, for some reason, there's fucking VSync issues all of a sudden. Why is it doing that? Do I definitely not have... No VSync. Maybe I didn't notice that first time round when I played. How can we have a game in 2025 with no VSync option? That's a slight negative. I wonder if... was the VSync an option actually in the Shibuya game as well? I'm sure it must have been, but then again, now I'm doubting myself. Maybe it wasn't. Okay, well, that's a sign that, this is obviously made by some independent dev who maybe isn't a professional game designer, but maybe, is learning the ropes and all that. Doesn't yet know how to program in VSync or whatever. A VSync option in the settings menu. Come on, if you're going to make a game, you got to have VSync in it, surely. You can't not have VSync. Right, I should check the mirrors. Oh my goodness! Jesus, that's a lot of basketballs. Oh god, I can even stand on them. Okay, well, yeah, that's a very unexpected type of anomaly, not gonna lie. If you'd asked me to take a guess as to what kind of anomaly I think we haven't yet seen in this game, I would not have guessed basketballs from heaven, ladies and gents. But they're appreciated. I love a good basketball. I remember when I was in high school, PE lessons. Think about, PE lessons in high school when you're in, well, basically when you're in high school in the UK. It feels like often the only thing they ever do for the first few years with the boys is football. At least, that's how it always felt when I was at high school. But then, it was always fun when they varied it up a bit. They take us into the gym, they crack out the basketballs, and we play around a basketball, myself and all the other lads. Teacher watching over us to make sure we played it correctly. Fuck me. God, the sound effect. It's like so distorted. What the heck? Jesus. Well, 2 lots of those, sure. The game really wants me to play basketball, apparently. But yeah, I always remember it was always good when we played something other than football, soccer for all you Americans, at my high school. And basketball, like I say, was always kind of fun. And I did kind of enjoy it. I wasn't great at it, but I did kind of enjoy it. What other games actually did we play in high school PE? Or technically high school games, as it was called. Because in my high school we had 2 PE classes. One that was just called PE, and then we had one that was just called games, which was basically PE in essence. Just for some reason they gave it a different name. Don't entirely know why, but it was what it was. So yeah, apart from basketball, I remember we did cricket sometimes. Cricket was alright. It's not my favourite sport, cricket, but you know, when all you've been playing for a while is football or soccer, sometimes it is nice to do something a bit different. I remember later on, probably sort of about year 9, year 10, when I would have been about 14, 15 years old, I think we did softball a bit. You know, get the big softball mitts out, that kind of thing. That was sort of fun. As well as that, you know, sometimes we did do, obviously, athletics. Running around the running track. There was one occasion in year 8, which would have been when I was about 12 years old, where one summer, during PE, they brought out a load of athletics gear like discus and shot puts. And that was fun. It was something different. But they only ever did like 1 or 2 lessons with it, and then that was it. They never fucking used them ever again. What are you doing there, Bob? Do you remember those basketballs? Alright, Bob. Good speaking to you. Oh, yes, Fred. I do remember those basketballs. That was a fun time, that was. Don't know why he talks like that. Right, I don't see any anomalies so far. You know, you can actually sort of see the station from here. Much better. Interesting. So it's like a... You see, I've never looked at it from this angle. Because obviously there were certain run-throughs last time where I went through and I didn't see any anomalies, and it turned out there were anomalies. So I wonder if... what can we see? So it does look like there's posters and a vending machine or 2 on the train platform. Okay, what if you look the other direction, beyond the old K-car? Is there something in the K-car? There was one anomaly sort of involving this when Peanut Kuma was standing menacingly behind it, staring out at us, before he came and basically murdered Bob while the barriers were down and the train was passing, but yeah. I assume there is going to be another anomaly with that K-car at some point. Did I relook at the K-truck over here? Can't remember if I did or not. That mirror's fine. Is there anything in the cab? Never really looked there. There's like 3 seats in it. I don't know, would it be so specific that maybe they'd say, like, change the interior of the K-truck's cab so that it has, say, you know, maybe like 2 seats instead of 3? Something like that. Do you think? Actually really look if there's anything in the little garden, but I don't think there was. You don't think there was? So I haven't seen anything on the balconies at any point. We do know that something can occur with these doors here when friggin' evil railroad warning sign Bob once came out of there. I don't see any anomalies here, so I'm going to suggest that that one was clear. Maybe? Has it gone to 11? Fuck. We're back to 12. So there was an anomaly there. I just don't know what it was. That sort of flickers in and out, the lighting on it, which I don't think is an anomaly. I think that's just the map being a little bit of an issue. Alright, this one is quite challenging at times, or has been, you know, so far, this particular game. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, that's... No, it's a little satellite dish. I thought I saw Peanut Kuma's head for a moment then. Thought he was back for round 3. But no. I don't think he is, because I don't see him anywhere. So what the heck was I missing on that run? I don't even know. What was I meant to have spotted there? I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, that is the problem. Sorry if my voice sounds like it's cracking, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a long day at work. I've been through several meetings. Just discussing course design with colleagues and all that. Among other things. And naturally my voice may be a little croaky. Nothing there. Right, trigger this bad boy. What's going to happen this time? Bob, are you going to change into something weird? Are you going to take on your evil railroad warning sign form? It'd be hilarious if you did. He appears to be normal. You're normal still. Oh. Did you see a weird flicker of light? Or was that? Maybe it was just me. I don't know. I thought I saw like a light flicker. It was very strange. 64732. You don't suppose the registration plate on this car can change? 64732. 64732, ladies and gentlemen. Try and remember that. 64732. 64732. 64732. I'll probably forget that at some point. But you never know, it could be one of those tiny details that maybe that does change. I mean, again, I'm not seeing anything out of the ordinary here, and that's the problem. Oh. Oh my god. Right, I've probably missed that several times, haven't I? Okay, so part of the bike can apparently disappear. Thank you, Bob, for directing my attention to that. We now know that that is an anomaly we have to watch out for. You see, that is something that seems so overt and obvious, and yet clearly I've probably wandered right past that on multiple occasions. Right, straight through the anomaly door. Drink more tea. There we go, 11. Perfect. It mirrors the V-Syncs. I know, the V-Sync issues are still there. Apologies if it's really distracting for you, ladies and gentlemen. I must have just not really noticed it the first time when I started playing this game. Maybe because I was just so enamored with the landscape and the weird sort of visuals of it that I just completely blanked it. There's never really been anything up this staircase, has there? But I've got to remember to check, because I feel like at some point there will be something going on with that. You know? Still nothing on the balconies. Nope. Peanut Kuma is still nowhere to be seen at the moment, which is fine by me. Alright, let's go and check over this side of the road before we trigger the train and all that. Normal. Normal as far as I can tell. Nothing hiding between the two buildings, is there? Not by the looks of it. Nothing up in the windows. Not that I can see. In the garden, maybe? No? You know, if obviously this map design here is fairly true to the actual real-life Kamakura, I wonder what people who actually live in these properties would think if they knew, assuming they don't already know, what they would think if they knew that their residential neighbourhood has basically been immortalised in a random Steam horror game. Right then, Bob, you're going to change into something interesting this time? Sip my tea. Bob is still normal. Good. Right, the bike is back to normal. Or is it? Wait. It's got no seat. It must have had a seat by default, right? I think that's an anomaly. I feel like it would have always had a seat. I feel like if it had never had a seat, I would remember that, because I would have seen it, surely, the first time that I went through the loop and all. 64732. Okay. Just going to move along. I'm going to say that's an anomaly, because I feel like I would have picked up on the first couple of run-throughs if that had no seat on it, because it's such an obvious thing to be missing on a bicycle. I need to be looking at the bike more, clearly, because that feels like two anomalies now that I've not noticed before with that bike. But what as I now go through here, and suddenly it's like, nope, joke's on you. That's not an anomaly, and the bike has always been like that. Didn't you notice? Right, but we'll know soon enough. Here we go. Go on, don't overthink it, Red. Ah, yes. Okay, that was an anomaly, and I'm assuming that was it. The seat on the bike was missing. Nothing over there. Good. 10 more to exit. That's normal. Me flicking my camera around is probably giving all people all the motion sickness. All the motion sickness in the world, ladies and gentlemen. Peanut Kuma, you're not hiding behind the between the buildings there, are you? No, not by the looks of it. What about up here? Peanut Kuma, or Railroad Warning Sign Cosplay Bob? Or Evil Railroad Warning Sign Cosplay Bob? That one too? Not by the looks of it. Don't see anything there. Wait. Does that bike just genuinely not have a seat on it? It looks like it doesn't from here. I'll check it in a second, but... Huh, weird. Maybe it doesn't, and I just got lucky and there was an anomaly there. I mean, if there was, I had no idea what the fuck it was. Weird. Okay, what the hell? Oh, yeah. It just doesn't have a seat on it, that bike. I mean, surely it wouldn't give me the same anomaly twice in a row, would it? I mean, I suppose statistically there's always a possibility, but it just feels like it would be so slim and all that, you know? Alright, Bob, you're still good. See, this has got me worried now. Is this the same anomaly again? I mean, technically last episode we did have the same anomaly twice in a row, didn't we? Because we had the giant Peanut Kuma who comes from sea. So maybe it is the same anomaly. 64732. The problem is, what if it isn't, though? That's what I'm just concerned about. Alright, get my IC card. I feel like surely at some point there's got to be some anomaly with the beach, maybe. But, don't know. 64732. Thought I saw something then, but it wasn't. It was just that pole on the railings at the edge. Train station? Is there anything different with that thing? Let's have a look. Vending machines, posters. Looks the same as ever. Nobody's on the balconies. Oh, I'm torn now. Was the bike always like that? See, now I'm starting to second guess myself and I'm starting to think it was. Oh, that's so weird. Oh, come on, what? This is so very mystifying. mean, I don't see any anomalies here, so maybe we're golden? Oh, I can go behind this thing. God dang it. I wonder if there's like something here at some point behind this that I've just never noticed. Or do I feel like that could be a thing that I've never seen before? Shoot. So you can sort of see into the train station from this angle. It's like a ticket machine, and then that leads through to the platform itself. Can't go through that gap there, you have to go through this one. I did not see any anomalies there. What? 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 Huh? What? Hey, budget? Huh? Since when did they get so tall? What the fuck? Oh, they're growing. They're actually moving. I feel like I would have noticed these a bit sooner, though. Well, that's an anomaly, alright. So yeah, the bike missing a seat is not an anomaly. That's just normal. How the hell did I not see that before when I came round from the beach? After picking up the IC card. Fucking weird. You guys have probably clocked it immediately. You see, that's one of those examples of something so overt that it's hidden in plain sight, and your mind just, for some reason, blanks it. Wow. Okay, well, thank you. Thank God I turned around and looked back the other way as I went into the station there. Otherwise, that would have been a problem, wouldn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Let's see. Still normal over here by the looks of it. I feel like at some point there's got to be an anomaly, like sort of up here with one of these houses or this staircase, but so far we've just had nothing. It's given us nothing, this little area of the map here. It's giving us nothing. Nothing at all. Alright. Peanut Kuma, where art thou? He's not there. Alright. Oh, I've never really looked at this flower bed here either, in all honesty. I suppose it could have been an anomaly where Peanut Kuma was just sat in the bushes, like a perv, staring at me. Creeping on some fools. 3 seats, okay. 2 little roundel things in the texture. Okay. Okie doke. Oh, it's just the cable of the roof up there. I thought I saw something protruding over that sort of arcing bit. Right. Any weird faces or reflections of people who aren't there? No? Anyone in the garden? Huh. You see, now that I'm probably looking at these cones, it sort of actually looks like each cone rests on a red thing, or like one cone on top of another maybe. Is that always like that? It might have been, I don't know. We may well know soon enough what the answer is. Wait. Hold up. The warning lights. Were they always side by side, or were they actually vertical before? Bob, you're not about to turn into your weird railroad warning sign form? Okay, no, you're not. Am I going crazy? I could have sworn on some of the previous loops that these warning lights were not horizontally laid out. They were vertical, were they not? Oh my god. That could be another one that I've been missing completely. That's just hidden in plain sight. And you just, for some reason, you don't see it. I think that might be an anomaly. I swear. I'm certain of it. I'm certain that they were, in fact, vertically arrayed, not horizontally. You see, I feel like, now that I think about it, we've had that before, and I've never noticed. But were they always... Bob, help me out here. Oh, sorry, Red. It's not for me to give you the answers. Oh. Right, I'm gonna lock in. I'm gonna say it's an anomaly. I'm sure a moment ago they were vertically arrayed. But then again, maybe that was when the bike was... Maybe that was the one where I thought the bike was missing its seat. Oh no. Was it? Was it on the run where I thought the anomaly was the bike missing its seat, but actually it turns out, no, it was the lights vertically arrayed? Was that it? Oh, crap. Shizer. This is really quite a tricky game, this one. Why would they be vertically arrayed, though, the lights, come to think of it? Would that be normal? Sorry, I just knocked my microphone. I don't know. Oh, I'm gonna say anomaly, but I don't feel confident about that. Right, well, I'm looking in. We'll know in a moment. No, succeeded. They are laid out vertically. You can see them in the distance there. Fucking knew it. Also, I got achievement, 25% anomalies. Okay, so I was right. I knew it. They were not laid out horizontally, and they never have been. Again, I feel, thinking back, that that's got to be an anomaly that maybe cropped up before, and I didn't consciously pick up on it. Because I'm getting weird, I don't know, vague flashes of memory that indeed maybe was a thing. Can hear Bob stomping. God, that is just two very clever anomalies, that is, so far. Ones that are just so hidden in plain sight, you don't even think about them. At least, you know, I didn't think about them anyway. Okay, nothing around there. Not that I can see anyway. Nothing there. Flower bed. You hiding any secrets? There's a pole protruding up from the middle of that thing. Was that always the case that the pole was there? I feel like it might have been. Maybe. It's a pretty random thing, but... yeah. See, there's so many little details in this game that I feel like I'm just not consciously picking up on. Train. Here it comes. Back up in case Bob turns into his homicidal form. Oh, he's changed into something. I heard it. Bob, what are you doing? Why are you turning into a weird Roblox character? The fuck are you playing at, Bob? Alright, so that pole protruding up out of the middle of the flower bed, that's normal. That's not the anomaly then. Okay, good to know. Don't need to think too much about this now, do we? Bob, you've been playing too much Minecraft. Is that what you've been up to, lad? Trying to do some sort of weird Minecraft Steve as a businessman cosplay? Should turn around and watch out in case another one appears out of here. He's fine, he's fine. Okay. Through we go. Congratulations on succeeding 5 times. You're now able to enter the station? What? Oh. The map expands? Oh, shit. Right, well that's just adding on another dimension to things, isn't it? Okay, so now I've got to memorise a whole new section of the map. Lovely. So, is it going to give me a grace run here, where... oh. There's a fucking... hang on. There's a fucking boat out there. Okay. Don't even need to think about it. There's a boat. That definitely has never been there before. Easy. Easy peasy. Bob, don't do anything weird. I knew there had to be something with the sea eventually. Well, apart from the ones with the sea we've already had, like the sharks and giant friggin' nautical peanut Kuma. Well, fishermen, you do you. Oh god, there's another boat right there, Jesus. No, I've not seen these things. Good lord. Is there any more of them? Or is it just the two of them? It's just the two of them, isn't it? Alright, forward we go then, ladies and gentlemen. Assuming the boats being added in is not suddenly now part of the new section of the map, which I feel like surely it wouldn't be, but... You can now enter the station. A new exit is hidden somewhere inside. Please look for it. For this scenario only... Oh, there are no anomalies within the station. Determine the presence or absence of anomalies based on what you've experienced so far. Okay. Right. Interesting. Well, the boats are still there. Does that mean they're now going to be there permanently? That's the question. Alright, so... There's like a ticket machine here next to some kind of window. Okay. Oh, use my IC card. Okay. Okay. Right, well, the train's there. There's a timetable here. It's like a weird gap in the wall here. Very strange. Electrical wires going down the length of the platform. And that thing, whatever that is. Poster times on it. Here's your vending machines. Okay, one's blue and one's sort of greeny yellow with Chipsky corridor substance. Okay, sure, whatever. So is the exit going to be on the train? What's going on here? She's supposed to be a dentist or something. It's okay, so dental advertisement. Kamakuma Kokome Koshiko Hachirigahama. Yeah, he wants me to go on the train. Well, this was unexpected, ladies and gentlemen. I thought it was just going to be 12 loops of the default map and all that. But no, the answer is, from this point on, things get interesting. Right, I bet you there's a fucking anomaly with this where it's like eyes staring out of that or something. Do you reckon? Feels like an easy one to do that. Right, then you got so 2 short benches towards the end. This sign here in 08. Can't step off the platform. 2 boats. And then low-res buildings out from this side. Alright, let's get on the train then, shall we? The strange ghost train. Oh, well that's the exit right there, isn't it? Into the driver's cab. So, circular little gap between the carriages. Carriages themselves are pretty plain, aren't they? So like 4 handholds in the middle. Like that. Okay. And then so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 down the side. Is it sort of the same here as well? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Did I get it right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. 4 and then 7. It's reminding me of Seoul Station where I was counting the handholder things. I don't know if necessarily that would be a thing though, that they would be mean enough to do. Having, you know, the hand ring things one day suddenly, there being one less than usual. Okay. Oh. Alright, so it said there's no anomalies there, so enter to 0 then. Good, good. What? You said there were no anomalies there! You said that that was supposed to be normal. What? Oh, probably the boats, right? Oh, for some reason I got in my head that they were part of the new scenery, hence why they were there. I should have fucking... God dang it. Well, that was annoying, though, because did it or did it not say, when I was about to go into the station, for this run, there are no anomalies? Or did it just mean there are no anomalies specifically within the station itself? Is that what it meant? God dang it, that wasn't very clear. I guess that's how they get you. Well, that is freaking annoying. Because I just balls it up completely for myself. I've only got myself to blame for that, and I am pissed. I am pissed. See, at this rate, I'm going to end up having to do a bloody third episode on this to see if I can actually beat it. Like I say, some of these anomalies are real hard to spot, but I feel like now I'm starting to pick up on some of them, you know? Yeah, there were always windows on that, right? Yeah. Yeah. There were. Don't see anything unusual at the moment. Yeah, the bike's still normal. Yeah. Train? No! Ugh. Whoop! It's a fucking DeLorean train! Ah. Just gonna get that Back to the Future reference in there, are you? Devs? I assume I can walk on this without being burnt. Oh, it looks like the fire's going anyway. Okay. That was actually kind of an awesome anomaly. I really like that. Right, get that. I told you there had to be an anomaly at some point with the train itself. I just wasn't expecting it to be a Back to the Future reference and all that, ladies and gentlemen. There. Do we still need to technically go through the station, or... because the mist actually isn't here anymore. Oh no. Oh well, it seems like we've permanently unlocked the station now. No, alright, I have to swipe the ID card. There we go. Then go through the train. We know what the anomaly is. Don't even need to think about it. Alright, well at least this is just permanently unlocked now. It's not like we have to figure it all out again to unlock it once more. God, that was such a good anomaly though. I really like that one. Right, that one's normal. Very good. Very, very good. Oh! The car. I knew there'd be something with the car. The fucking K car is parked right across the tracks. Is it going to get completely fucked by the train? Oh, it totally is. We're turning this episode, ladies and gentlemen, into a PSA about level crossings. Don't try to beat the barriers. I wouldn't stand that close, Bob. Well, then again, this train is moving really slowly. So... oh, jeez. No, what the fuck? That was like a homing freaking missile. Are you kidding me? Oh. Oh, it just reset the same anomaly. Like it did with Giant Peanut Kuma last episode. Oh, that's interesting. So if you have a death trap anomaly, does that mean that when you respawn in, there's a chance it'll give you the same one to let you try it again? Right, how the fuck do I avoid this then? Do I have to go just as far away from it as possible? Or do I just not stand on that part of the road? How far does this thing frigging go? Ladies and gentlemen, when the train hits it. Oh my god, it... what the fuck? What? How do you avoid that? What the fuck? That thing just goes flying towards you like a homing missile. How do you avoid that? Do you have to like stand behind a building or behind something? So that way it doesn't have the clear line of sight? Oh, god dang it. Okay, game. Yeah, it's actually really making this one quite challenging. It is. Which is good, you know, the devs line or whatever they're called, they've really upped to the ante with it. I mean, at least we are figuring out what some of these anomalies that we could get can be, in case they ever reappear again. Because although technically the game thinks I've only found 25% of anomalies, judging by that Steam achievement earlier, the reality is we've seen more than that. It just hasn't counted some of them, given that some of them we've failed at. Still no sign of Peanut Kuma just yet, though. He's been really silent this episode. I think he's just, you know, seen the DeLorean train, immediately thought, there's no way I can compete with that. Train? Yeah. It's not a DeLorean train this time. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with the freaking flying car then, when it gets hit by the train. the bicycle is still normal. Bob still looks pretty normal. Okay, okay. 64732 is fine. Nothing else there. The boats are now gone. I cannot believe I fucked up the one with the boats. That was such an obvious one, and yet for some reason my brain just goofed. My brain was all like, no, that's part of the new map now. Why would that be an anomaly? What are you thinking, Red? You dumb or some shit? Right, all looks pretty normal. Bob's doing his thing where he kneels by the bike again. Right. Don't see anything with the garden. Feels like there's just never been anything with this garden here. That pole in the flower bed's still up over there. Yeah, I didn't really look at the flower bed, did I? That's the issue. Not on this run, I didn't. Let's have a quick look. You never know what you may have missed and all that. Check the mirrors again. Anyone hiding in here? Any little weirdos? No, not by the looks of it. Okay. It's worth checking, you never know. You never know, ladies and gentlemen. Is any telegraph poles or anything started getting bigger than normal? The barriers all look pretty normal there. It all looks pretty normal. Oil drum, normal. No. Right, into the station we go then. Let's see what might or might not be different here. Timetable is normal. Railway track looks pretty normal as far as I can tell. That is the same, as is that. Never really looked at the back of the IC scanner. Looks pretty normal, as far as I can tell. Dentist, she's normal, terrorising a child. Oh. So the train is 8:05, Kamakuma to Inoshima. Right. What about the bin over here? Any spooky eyes staring out at me? No? Yeah, in 08, that's the same. Don't see anything odd. Is this a safe run? I mean, there's nobody on the train, is there? Nobody in the car at the back? No? Okay, is this safe, this one? Is there no anomaly? Feels like there might be no anomaly, so I'm going to say no anomaly, because I didn't see one, but I feel like there probably was one. There was one, apparently. Where the hell was it? I didn't even see it. What even was it? I don't know. Some of these are so well hidden in this game. Really something. Yeah, I think we're going to have to do a third episode at the very least of this. So what details am I just not seeing here? You know, there's never ever really been an anomaly with that K-truck or around here, has there? There's got to surely be an anomaly at some point, though, with this area, right? Just feels like it would be an easy place to put something, but no, haven't seen anything. No. 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 What the hell am I looking for? Bob? Bob? There's no Bob. You would have heard it. Yeah, we would have heard his footsteps by now. Bob is just flat out missing now. All of it. Ha! Bob, the hell are you doing, son? I don't know why that's getting such a chuckle out of me, but it is. Well, Bob is the train now, apparently. What another little weird one. I sometimes feel like, you know, this game has creepy moments, but it also has just moments that are flat out comical. Alright, well, we don't need to think about that one. That was fairly straightforward. At least at this rate, we're going to find so many more anomalies that we will hopefully start to get repeats. Oh, the train suddenly magically changed back to its regular form, did it? I see how it is. Right, do that. Onto the train, don't even need to think about anything. I mean, obviously, of course, it would have to change back to its regular form, because otherwise, how are you going to transit on to the next area? Right, that was an anomaly. The train was masquerading as Bob on a little car. Alright. Problem is, I'm basically starting a whole new run now. The issue with that is that I am, of course, not far off an hour at this point in the recording, so I'm going to have to wrap up fairly soon. So yes, methinks we are indeed going to have to do another episode of this one. See, I was thinking with these anomaly games, at most they'll probably take about 2 episodes, but then again, maybe this is going to be like Shinkansen Zero. It's challenging enough to take more than a couple of videos to actually beat it. Alright, well, Bob's back. He's normal. Thank God. No. Nothing over there by the looks of it. Again, the flower bed I don't see. There's a little garden over here. Normal as ever, I think. You know, I was thinking about the textures on the floor here. Was this always this texture, this thing? You see, having memorised a lot of details now already, I feel like I'm starting to pick up on other ones that I've not looked at yet. I don't know. Maybe it was always that texture. Who knows? Train's looking normal at the moment, but I'm sure Bob might be about to do something weird. Then again, will we have a Bob-related anomaly after we just had a Bob-related one? Maybe not. How's your bike, Bob? Same as ever. Sometimes when I look down there, for a moment, the telephone wires looks a bit weird, and I think there's a human figure. But no. No, there isn't. What's going on with the K car? 64732. 64732. So far, no anomalies. No boats. Nope. Okay. Alright. I feel like in this game it is very rare that you actually get a run through where there's no anomaly at all, because there must be so many anomalies programmed into this that statistically the chances of getting a rare, you know, non-anomalous run loop are actually real fucking small, and most of the time there is an anomaly. I'm not seeing anything so far, but let's see what the station holds over here. Is there nothing over here, is there? No. No. Okay. Tickets, timetable, in 08. You know, I never looked at that before, but come to think of it, it's on every alternating pole. wonder if that was always normal. Chipsky, substance, Corrida chips. Come to think of it, on the last run, did she have a mask on, or did she have no mask? Because I think, now that I think about it, the first time we came through the station, I could have sworn she did have a mask on, but did she not have a mask on one of the loops? She may not have done, actually. You see, that could be a thing, couldn't it? Alright, spooky bin. You're pretty normal, by the looks of things. See, now I'm sort of wondering, was there an anomaly here? I didn't see one. Come on. Okay, that was a clean run. There was nothing there. Okay, good. Good. You know, I always look up at the buildings over the top there. So far, we have not had an anomaly at all with those, as far as I know. So, maybe those things are always just clean. There's still nothing with this K-truck over here. I think I hear Bob's footsteps. So he's on his way. Good. Very good. Yep, you're there. That's fantastic. Good stuff, Bob. Bobathy. Bob's your uncle. Don't look in the mirrors. Maybe I did this one, but let's have a look again. No. Yeah, it's the same texture. So that is normal. Okay, right. Don't need to worry about that then. Yeah. Looks pretty normal so far. Oh! Okay, it's a super extra long train. Oh my god, there's loads of carriages on this thing. Jesus. How big is this bloody thing? Cripes. I'm going to be waiting here a while, Bob. Good lord. Flipping heck. And just a random tank car at the very end. Oh, what? Sorry, do I have to climb up and over? Bob's just standing there like, what the fuck, man? Do I? Oh, I do. Sure. Hey, Bob. How's it going? How's it going, buddy? Just dropping in, you know? Oh, God. That number of train cars, for some reason, is making the game lag slightly when I look in this direction. Very fucking weird. Right, well, that's my card, at least. Hey, Bob, do you know how ladders work, buddy? Should come over here, mate. Oh, wow. Okay, for some reason it put me all the way back over here. I don't know why it did that. Very friggin' weird. Got to sprint like the wind bullseye. Let's get all the way back over here now. Yep, Bob's still there. You can see his feet. He's just stuck. He doesn't know what to do. He's never seen such a big train before, and his mind is blown. Well, Bob, clearly you have never been on the Shinkansen. Not a city sort of person. Because if you were, you'd have seen way, way bigger trains and all that. Alright. I think I might keep going for the moment. What I might actually do, come to think of it, is keep going for the moment. And if, you know, it goes significantly over an hour, I could just split the footage into more than one episode and have sort of like a abrupt jump cut at the very end of episode 2 to say to be continued and all that. That's what I could do. Right. Wait. Uh-oh. Are they knives? Is that the knife thing? Like we had in the Shibuya game? It looks like it. I mean, whatever it is, it's anomalous immediately, straight off the bat. At some point it's going to like come flying at me, so I need to be careful. Do your worst, please. Oh. It's just hanging there, waiting for me to appear. Come on. Do your thing. God dang it. It's waiting for me to go across. It's going to kill me the moment I do. And that's going to be very annoying. Oh god, there's more of them there. How can I trigger these ones early? Right, we know what we do with these. You have to like... Hey! No you don't, bitch. Not getting me with that crap. Be careful, Bob. There's a load of sentient arrows over there. Right, these ones. What's the deal with you lot? Go on. What? Nope. Nope. Not today. I bet you there's more of them though as we get towards the station. I can't really... Yeah. Oh yeah, there they are. You can see them where the reticle on the screen is. There's more of them, of course there is. Right, I just need to be a little careful here that they don't suddenly come flying at me from a different angle. Yeah, those ones are arrows for some reason. First set of knives, then arrows. Well, knives are across the crossing, and then these are arrows too. Which is very strange. Go on, do your worst. Hey! No. Stop that. Just let me get on the train. Let me get my ass out of here. Right, just checking. I thought for a moment there'd be some in the carriage then. Okay, that was an anomaly right there, thank you. Okay, advanced 1. Good. Right, not seeing anything anomalous right at this moment. No. No. Pole is still there. Right, I've checked this side of the map so many times and there's never, ever been an anomaly here. So maybe I'm just wasting my time whenever I come over this side. I feel like something's going to be there eventually. Feels like it, you know? No. Still nothing with this little garden over here. Okay. Bike is still normal. Anything wrong with the train? Oh. Yeah, there is something wrong with the train. I think. It looked to me like the bogies were all in a weird position. You all saw that, right? The wheels didn't look right. Pretty sure that's not just me. Right, I think that's probably the anomaly then. I would guess. One would guess that that is the anomaly and one does not need to think too much about it. Let's have a look. What if we can get a closer view from within the station? Ka-ching! So the same. Yeah. Yeah, she definitely has a mask. And these things are definitely on every alternating beam. Right. You can't really see the wheels from here, can you? Regardless, I'm going to say it's an anomaly, because I feel like it's weird and unusual. The bogies on the carriages just didn't look right. So I say anomaly. Oh. What? That wasn't? Well, this is the friggin' weird daylight. That's immediately different. I mean, it's nice though, isn't it? To have daylight for a change. Well, fuck it. I think I'll do this loop. But then I'm thinking, fuck it. I might actually just wrap the episode up and say, that's it. There's like a button there in the middle of the road. What if I stand on that? It'll change the weather. What nice sunlight off the waves. Let me stand on the button that changes the weather. Oh, never mind, it's a manhole. Was there always a manhole there? There's one over there as well. Huh. Bob, were these manholes always here? I don't feel like they were. Bobothy. Okay. Well, fuck it. Yeah, we know what the anomaly is. No need to hangy around. Hangy aroundy. Hang around even. Whoa. Never mind. Oh, hey, up there. You're going to drop off too? If I go near you, did you kill your brethren? You creep. There's another friggin' Where the hell are all the dead birds coming from? They're just friggin' killing themselves. You're quite big up there, you are. No. Weird. Ugh. Are they getting bigger and bigger? They sure are. Are you going to attack me? Bud. You just stay where you are, friend. What a weird anomaly this one was. I mean, sorry, I'm just adjusting my microphone. I mean, if there was potentially any story, I feel like crows, you know, always symbolise death and misfortune, that kind of thing. So, maybe that's tying into some kind of wider story here or whatever. Yeah, see, look, it's now back to normal. This is what it normally looks like. Okay, right. Looking at time, I don't know if I can be bothered just continuing on and then splitting the footage. So, tell you what, we'll make that episode 2. It looks like we're definitely going to have an episode 3. But at least we are learning some of the possible anomalies that I didn't spot earlier. And I'm going to assume that now that I've unlocked the station itself, that means that even if I quit out to main menu now, then come back into the game, it'll keep the station now as part of the level. And so, you know, there are a couple of other anomalies there which we failed on, which we now are aware of in case they ever do show up again and all that. So, yeah. In that case, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you'll join me for part 3 when we get around to doing that. Like I say, I'm going to have to wrap up the recording and quit out of the game. So, obviously, when we come back, it'll reset to the 12th loop and all that, but that's fine. So, yeah, I really want to know how many anomalies there actually are in total in this game. But not that I'm going to try and 100% complete it, but yeah, I wasn't actually expecting that this one would take us up until a third episode at the very least. So we'll see how that one goes. Social media links, propagandist channel link, etc, etc, as usual, are in the video description for anyone interested. If you enjoyed, a like is of course always appreciated. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to sign off now. Goodbye, everybody. Did I fucking make it? Am I safe? Kisaragi. Oh god. Shimizu, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? Looks like you made it. This isn't the place for you. You're gonna need a ride home. But I don't have a home. Wait, what? You don't have a home? What? Don't worry. Just call home now. They should know when to pick you up. Call them now before you get lost in the tracks. What? 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 Is my character homeless? Or am I literally in purgatory? Is that what's going on here?